All right, I'm not one to say like a challenge type thing, but this is the midday challenge. Why am I out in the middle of the day? Well, for one, I guess to show that you can still catch some fish. Secondly, because a lot of times, say if you're in a tournament or something, this is something you're gonna have to deal with. You need to figure it out. Like I recently had to try to figure it out on Lake Russo, which I did not. But you know, that's where practice makes perfect, and you know, you see and you learn. But right now is a good time to be out for me because I work overnight. I go in, I wake up around like 12:30 to 1:30 depending on the day of the week. Sometimes I work 6-day weeks like I am this week. 12:54, so right under 1 o'clock. I could have been out here a little earlier, but I had things to do, and I also had to load completely. Feel like I shouldn't do this, but I'll leave it in. But just in case, we'll play a little game here. Is anybody seeing something that I should know about? There ain't no rods on this kayak. I was just sitting there thinking about what rods I brought with me. None. They're in the truck. Thank God the truck is right there. Thank God that the new canoe Flint is one of the easiest things in the world to paddle. Alright, now unfortunately my DJI shut off. If it's because of the heat or whatnot, but I did end up catching a fish and I got it to turn back on. I do not have my measurement board here. I would say though, probably about 14 inches. Nice little 1.25 pounder kind of thing. Good little catch though. That's one. It's one on the board. What time is it? Wrong spot. It is 1:23. Smack dab in the middle of the heat. Alright, I've been going through non-stop snags here because I apparently suck at casting sometimes. It is 1:55. I haven't caught another fish. I've had some bites though. Just didn't hook up. I'm gonna go hit up this side, I guess, real quick. Yeah, I think it's gonna be open skies for a hot minute here. So I'm gonna go to the island over here, start poking around it. But I feel like I just got challenged because now I'm being told the lady's gonna be home by 4:30, 5 o'clock. She's gonna have some Chinese food she'll bring home. So do I stay out and try to catch fish until like about 6, eat some leftover Chinese food? Or do I get off about 4:30 and get home about 5? Buddy. Oh, and apparently I do not have Senkos on me. Ooh, actually, back up. Guess who's entering the picture? The Dark Horse tackle box from the Kayak Adventure series. Guess what was in it? Watermelon red. Watermelon red Senkos, baby. Magnum stick baits, whatever they call them. Gosh damn it. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, well, you'll get a good look at them. All right, so that's the little guy that was back here messing with everybody. That is a tiny babies. Catch it today. Fouled up with grass, man. Come on, damn it. All right, these cypress are kicking my butt right now with the wind. I just can't sit still long enough to get a good shot at it. Better fish. Come on now. Hiding in that cypress. Got my damn worm too. Another one. Probably about 12 and a half, maybe. I don't know, 13. Fish though. Ain't nothing big in here today, but I am getting bites. That midday grind. That's I don't think that's a 12-incher, but fish nonetheless. Gave me a good splash on the way out. Good for him. Good for him. Another one on chatterbait with the fluke on it. It's a mini chatterbait with a giant fluke on it. It is what it is. I don't have my proper plastics today, so they're in my U10, unfortunately. It's almost 3 o'clock. I've been kind of messing around here. I'm probably gonna fish for about another 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'll probably try to be out the water by 4 at least, or at most, I should say. So I can be home for some Chinese food. Oop. Goodness gracious, another one. Let's go, man. They are on this wind-blown bank over here. That's a decent one too. Nothing crazy, but measurable. Maybe the biggest of the day. There we go. Another 13 and a half maybe, or something. Somewhere around that. There's gotta be another one over here. I just feel like there's one more at least to pull out before I go. I'd like a solid bag. Okay, never mind, there's one right there. He hit it while I was just letting it sit. I was looking over there. Okay, he just got off. I'm more worried about the hook, not him. He ain't going nowhere, but goodness gracious, buddy. Measurable fish, barely, but still 12 and a half, somewhere in that general range. Oh, and he popped off. Good old chatterbaits. Here we go. That's definitely a bag right there. That's a maybe 14. Not bad. Right here on this point here. I had the camera off because I just was kind of searching around. It's only been about 10 minutes though. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Ooh. He's not bad. That's not even, that's a pickle. We got our first pickle of the day here. Slimy boy. See, now he's not gonna shake the damn thing. Because why would he? Pickle. Little pickle action in here. Slimy little bastards. I don't mind catching a pickle. Just leave the bowfins out, please. I've caught bowfin here before. No bowfin. Wish I was by the pads. Might be the opportunity to strike a topwater hit for the finale. Yes, let's go. Another one. That one feels go. He popped off. off. He jumped and spat it right at me. It literally hooked into me. Damn it, dude. I only really have this issue with the chatterbait, and I know a lot of people have the issue with chatterbait, and I think it has something to do with the way the weight is distributed on it. It's very easy for them to swing it out of their mouth, essentially, to use the weight against you. Also could be making stuff up, but I feel like that was a smart thing to say. Bro. He just popped off, man. He just popped off. How did you get so lucky, boy? Nothing is just staying hooked today. I don't know what it is, man, but I ain't doing it. Bad hook sets or something. I didn't give it a lot of thunk there because I'm afraid to. Oop, that's a bite. Nothing big. Until it came towards the boat, it decided to grow a couple inches apparently. Oh, that's a decent one actually. Just a little lethargic, probably a little hot, I'm guessing. Alright, that's actually a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. 14 and a half, 15 maybe. Good guy right there. Good guy right there. Go ahead and release. Thought I felt something, you know, and I think that guy came back for it. So you know what that means though? Get one more cast. What if there's a friend out there, you know, they school up. Maybe there's a school right there. That's why I got 2 bites. I'll tell you what, I think the hardest part about finesse fishing is it makes you realize how crappy you feel in a sense. Like every time I stop and I'm just sitting here waiting for this thing to sink, I'm like, just feel the radiation melting me in real time. But like if I was working a chatterbait, I wouldn't even notice. All right, that's it. That's all she wrote. I don't know how many fish I caught. 7, 8, 9, something like that. I don't even know. It's probably 4 o'clock, just about on the dot, I'd imagine. Got on the water. I was out here about 12:30. I think I really got fishing about 1 o'clock, so about 3 hours of fishing. And honestly, if I would have probably just stuck with the wind-blown banks here, I probably would have caught some more fish. That and a Texas rig would have been very ideal. Speed worm right here, right now would have absolutely killed some of these fish. Well, it's been a fun day out here on the Flint. Not the Flint River, but on the New Canoe Flint. Let me be specific there. I'm in Florida. Guess that doesn't really work because never mind Seminole and all that. Gonna get back to the truck. Gonna load up. Gonna go turn in my fishing report. Out here you do gotta tell them how many inches you catch, what you catch, all that kind of jazz. They like to keep track of all that. So I'm gonna go get all that done, head home, get some Chinese food in me, watch a little TV, take a shower. Back to the grind, unfortunately. But this is the grind that I want to be doing, that midday grind. I'd rather have the morning or the evening. I mean, if you could have your choice, take your choice, all right? But if you can only get out in the afternoon or you get out of the house late, you know, say you're trying to get out on the water by the break of morning and you get out at like 10, fish are still biting, all right? They might be a little harder to find. You might have to try a little harder. Might not be as many numbers you know, or size, but all of those things can still happen during the day, especially if some of the weather can line up. You know, you get some really good cloud coverage, or you got some rainstorms coming in that's bringing in some cool water, or it just started raining and there's a lot of oxygen in the water. A lot of these fish on these drying up lakes that are, you know, I don't even know how hot the water is, but it's actually hotter than, it feels hotter than the air. This is, when they talk about bath water, this is bath water right now. This, I bet if I put a thermometer in there, it's probably gonna say like, I know my graph the other day at Deer Point, and Deer Point spring fed was like 88 degrees in areas. All right, so this is probably 88, 90 degrees in certain spots. It's hot. If I stick my fingers in there, there's no relief there. It feels warm. It feels like I just peed. So, you know, it's brutal, but there's fish to catch midday. There's definitely fish. And I feel like I was successful on the grind today. I brought out a lot of the confidence baits. They showed up for me. New Canoe Flint handled the wind as it should, as it always does. I'm super comfy. My butt feels good. I think I just burned my hand. That damn John boat's about 1,000,000 degrees. But yeah, Team New Canoe. 100%. I love my Flint. I'm calling it Blake since it was Blake Young's. It's the name, the nickname. Get out in the middle of the day. Come get you some. If you can handle that heat, all right? Make sure you bring plenty of fluids. Make sure you're paying attention. If you start to feel exhausted, fatigued, you stop sweating, you know, make sure you're paying attention to your body. Make sure you're getting fluids in you and you're not waiting until you're thirsty, because if you're waiting until you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So that's why you start feeling thirsty. There's a skink. Skink. There's definitely no skanks here, not that I can see. But I am looking at myself in the reflection of my window though. So I don't really know what I'm trying to say to myself. Anyways, y'all, thank you very much if you watched this. If you didn't, God bless you. You do you.